Hi you guys, thank you so much for watching. I can't believe it's finally time to say this, but welcome to my channel. We finally are here. Mike and I have been working so hard on lighting and filming and editing, and there's a lot to this, so we've been working really hard. I'm so excited to finally get to share with you guys, and today I'm doing just kind of my fresh go-to makeup routine lately. It's something I like whether I'm kind of on the run just doing errands, if I'm going to brunch, or just having kind of a fun day. I did end up adding a lash in the very end just to add a little bit more glam. But yeah, I just kind of shared some of my techniques that I use on a day where I'm trying to get a quicker makeup look, but still have that glam to it. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay, so for my base, I'm going in with the L'Oreal 24 Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. I did start a little bit already on the base, but I like to use just a little foundation brush like this to make sure I get an even application. And then I'll go in with a flat top foundation brush like this. And I recently started using a brush instead of a beauty blender. I do really like both. I think they do a great job. It just kind of depends on the coverage you're wanting and just which tool you're more comfortable using. I do think that they work really well hand in hand. Sometimes if my foundation is getting streaky after going over it with a brush, I'll just kind of go over it with a beauty blender to even out that area. Sometimes if I go in with a flat top brush and continue to try to work out streaks, it feels like it's just picking up product or moving it around, and then it starts to get uneven. So you just want to create a good base for yourself to work off of. And if you're, I just get that on my shirt. And if you're like me and you are pale AF right now, make sure you take your product. I don't get a ton of foundation back on my brush to do this. I feel like it would get everywhere, but drag it down your neck so you don't have one color on your face and a completely different color on your body. And you don't have to start with your base. I prefer to start with my base pretty much with any makeup look. I know a lot of people like to go in with their eyeshadow first because of any fallout. I just, for as long as I've been doing my makeup, I've always started with my foundation first and then done eyeshadow. I've tried the other way before and I think that it works great. It's just for some reason I prefer to do my base first. Next I'm going to go in for my brows and just get a little bit of coverage there. I do have my eyebrows microbladed. I definitely recommend it if you're finding yourself, like even on no makeup days, if you're finding yourself spending a ton of time on your eyebrows just to make them look kind of effortless. I definitely recommend microblading because it helped me spend so much less time worrying about my eyebrows. Now I really, since you have a general shape and they're a lot more full, I'm able to just go in and add a little bit of color so they don't get, you don't want them to get washed away in your foundation. But eyebrows to me are just something that they continue to evolve, trends continue to come in, but you'll be able to find something that feels really natural and really kind of accentuates your face shape and your makeup look. You just have to keep working with it, finding the right color, finding the right shape, and just a good technique that you're comfortable doing. All right, and then before I start doing anything on the eyes, I always go in once and curl the lashes. I don't want to have to go in too hard too many times and disrupt any like eyeshadow or liner, mascara that we've already done. So I'm going to go in and just do a quick curl. Okay, and then so for a like lighter fresh wear look or a no makeup day, you don't have to do eyeshadow. I like doing eyeshadow just to add a little bit of depth so my face doesn't look completely flat or one note. So I'll take, I'll just take like a flat fluffy brush or even like a round fluffy brush, like a blending brush. And the eyeshadow palette I'm using is the Tati Beauty Volume 1 palette. If I had to get rid of all my other palettes and just have one, this would be my go-to. There's so many different options where you can just create, you can create any look that you want from this. You can go in and, like we're doing today, you can just have more of like a fresh look in these two. All of these are extremely easy to work with. They have a lot of pigmentation, so it's not like where a lot of other glitters you'll have a ton of fallout. and, you know, no coverage. So I'll show you. I'll just show you. So this one, let's see. So in her, and another thing, so she has each one that she has here has a name, and then it has the, just kind of the type that it is, glitter, metallic, sequin, matte. So if I'm taking like one of the glitter ones, this is in Poet. This is the glitter shade. So literally, so that's, and it's barely even tapping my finger in there. I mean, you guys, it's amazing, amazing. So having something like this is a really good tool because it's a one-stop shop. Take it on vacation, wedding, events, or again, just like an easy fresh wear day. You can create so many looks from it, so highly recommend. I'm gonna take the Aura shade, and this is just like a bone colored shade down here, and I'm gonna kind of sweep it across just my whole lid. Nothing crazy, I'm just getting like an even palette to do a little bit of a crease on top of, just kind of brightens the eye a little bit. Okay, see, so it looks good. Not a huge difference, but you can see how it brightened the eye a little bit, gave us more of an even palette to work off of. Perf. So next I'm going to take just like a round fluffy brush. It has a nice pointed end. The Jaclyn Hill Morphe brushes I really like. They're inexpensive, but they work perfectly. They're great. So, okay, so I'm going to go in next in the crease with this shade Soothe. Again, it's just a nice light, it's just like a nice tan color. It's just a little bit offset from my skin tone. I'm just going right in the crease to add a little bit of depth to the eye. You can even, in doing something like this, you can do it all in the same brush. This brush that I have that I did the base with, it's more of like a flat but still fluffy brush. And then this one that I have that I'm doing the crease with is more of like a fluffy rounded brush. But when you're doing something like this where the colors are close together, you can do that base first and just use the same brush to go in there with your crease. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my liner. And I'm using the NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner. I really like this eyeliner. I've used a couple different ones, and this is always my go-to. It's inexpensive. The product is really great. It stays all day. I never have it smear or crumble. And I really like, see how you want to, once you get it out, brush them off so you don't have so much product on the brush. With your liquid eyeliner, whether you're just wanting to conquer liquid eyeliner, doing a winged liner, just continue to practice. I remember when I first started doing winged eyeliner a long time ago, I was like, nope, no way, it looks horrible. I just can't do it. I don't have the skill set. The more you do it, again, the more you learn your eye shape, your face, and things like that, and you get used to working with it, the easier it'll become. And then just go in. I start from the inner corner out, and again, I just do small strokes. Kind of anchor yourself here on your face. And let the brush do its work. Just go in there and let the brush kind of run the shape of your eye and let it form to your eye. Looks good. Boom. Okay. Okay, so now that we have our liner on, I'm going to go in with some mascara. Make sure you're rolling up. You're starting from the root of your lashes. It'll help just keep the volume, keep your lashes standing up. There is no true pain like stabbing yourself in the eye with a mascara wand. There's not. I mean, Okay, so going with a good layer of mascara. And this is the who is this? So this is the this is L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. I love this mascara. It's been around forever. I think I started using this when I was in high school. I really like the formula because it doesn't dry too quick and it doesn't get like chunky or crumbly. So it's really easy to continue to go in with like more layers. Even when it's dried down, I think it's really easy. It keeps the lashes separated so they don't continue to get like chunky as you're working with it. And then on top of that, if you have a mascara that you're wanting to go in with on top of this one, it's easy to work on top of as well. So it's a good mascara. I like it. And I really like the wand as well. And then throughout while you're doing your makeup, if you do your base first, make sure that if you're resting, try not to rest your hand or anything like on your face too much or be touching your face too often. If you do find yourself where you've maybe been like resting your hand for a little bit, just take your brush again and just dab over it. Normally I don't need to add any more coverage unless I've like really been working on my eyes too long. But yeah, just go in with your brush again or your beauty blender and pounce over it. Okay, and then next I'm going to go in on the lower lash line. Again, I haven't lined my eyes just yet. It's funny how we evolve with our looks and with makeup and aging and stuff. There are certain techniques or certain things that I used to do with my makeup when I was younger that I used to think just looked so good. And now I'll do something or I'll try to do that again and I'm like, no. Okay, so for now I'm going to leave the eyes alone for a little bit. I'm going to go in with bronzer so we can start building up the face. I'm going to take the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I really like these bronzers. It took me a while to find a color that I really liked. I think a lot of, especially like drugstore options, they're a little too red or a little bit too orange on me. The Physicians Formula has a really nice like cool tone and it's really buttery. It's really easy to work with. I'll go in with that and again, just hug the cheekbones. For something like this, you don't want to have a really heavy contour. You just want it to be really light and fresh. So you'll go in on the cheekbones, connect it up here around the hairline. So go in here, build that up. Okay, we're here for the bronzer. Oh, see, looks good. Adds a little bit of definition to the face. And if you can see, so I'm like on this side, I came in at a good stop. This one, I came in a little bit too far. So I'm just going to take that foundation brush and kind of buff it out a little bit. So, and I didn't pick up any additional like foundation or product. See how it just kind of lightened up around my mouth a little bit so it's not, the contour isn't coming in like way too far. Okay, there we go. So next for blush, I'm going in with the Milani Baked Powder Blushes. So I like to go in first with the Rose d'Oro shade. It has a little bit more of like a bronze tone to it. So it helps the blush melt in really nicely with the bronzer that we've laid down. So I just go in here right in the apples of the cheeks. And see how as you build that up, like you're not, it's not doing anything crazy. It's adding a little bit of blush color, but it's really kind of, to me, accentuating the bronzer that we had and kind of starting to add that base for the blush. Good. And then I'll go in with the lighter shade, or the, I guess the more pink shade, more blush tone. Okay. Yeah, just add a little bit to the apples of the cheeks to add just kind of a fresh pop of color. And then the shine that the blush has, I really like, because again, it gives that fresh, glowy look to the skin. And then lastly, what I'll do, I take the flat top brush, again, no additional product, and I kind of just stamp really lightly over my bronzer and the blush, so everything's blending seamlessly and you don't have like a cut from the foundation to the bronzer to the blush. Everything just melts together. Boom. Okay, and then last thing, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. This came out a while ago. I'm not sure if they still have them in stock, but I use it on my face, I use it on my eyes, so it's a really good palette to have. Like I said, if I could just have this in the Tati Beauty palette, I think you're set. Okay, so you want to, again, go in here on the highlight of the cheek, or go in here on the high points of the cheeks. See, it just adds a really pretty glow. And you want to bring, so you can do a little bit down the nose. If you want to add a little shine up on the high points of the face. Okay, and then you can add a little bit to the Cupid's bow. And then so in the very end, if you want to take it one step further, you can add a lash. And I'll take an eyelash curler, feed the lash in, and then right at the base of the lash, I'll do a curl. So I'll curl the lashes just so when it sits on your eye, it's it's mimicking the curl of your lashes. They're not going straight or, you know, doing something different than when you curled your eyelashes. So again, I'm just gonna take this one, feed it in. Okay, so once you have the glow on your lash, you just wanna let it dry for a little bit and get tacky. When you're doing your makeup, try to be doing it in like a natural position. Don't like look down and try to do your makeup. Don't try to like look up into a mirror. When you're doing your makeup, you want to be face, or you want to be just normal, looking straight, how you would be. So everything is just matching your more rested, normal look. And then I give a little pinch at the very end, a little pinch on the inner corner. Sometimes I'll go in there and you just want to press it a little bit. For the duo glue that I have, do not freeze. It says in big bold letters. Why would you freeze it? Let's see. It doesn't say anything about how long. For this one that I'm using, it's the green duo, or it's the duo with green writing there. Go in, and mine goes on white, and then it starts to get more clear as it gets a little bit more tacky. So as soon as I see the color kind of starting to fade, I'll give it a little bit of time, and then I'll go in and apply it. You don't want to let it dry. You just want it to be tacky. Okay. Again, set the middle, inner corner, outer corner, then you want to just see, and like for something like this, I don't think it makes the face over dramatic. I don't think you go from, you know, this everyday makeup look to, oh my god, boom, you know, full glam. It just adds a little bit more to the eyes, where you're just like, ooh, just a little kiss, just a little more glam. Okay, you guys, so this is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you picked up a couple tips that you guys can use for those no makeup days where you want to feel a little bit more glam or just get to play with makeup a little bit more. I'm so excited to get to start sharing all of this with you guys and filming a lot more and interacting. So with that being said, thank you guys so much. I love you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.